Hey, George, I wish I could be there with you, but I'm over here in beautiful Tangier in northern Africa. But, you know, I guess the cool thing for me is that being here on this different continent, I'm able to see the far-reaching impact that your films have on different cultures. George Clooney, I'm sorry. Apologies. Mr. Clooney, apologize. George Clooney, apologize.
Is it a film from Mr. George Clooney?
No, that is not. No, sir. One man can't bring down an entire franchise, sir. You're wrong. The buyback program ultimately, I think, has been a failure. Everyone's going to get your money. You'll get your money. I just got glassed in the neck down there. And some other guy tried to light me on fire. I'm sorry. You can try and give people their money back, but a lot of times with projects like that, what they really want is their time. I'm sorry. You can't give someone back their time. I'd like maybe for you to float me some cash for some like karate classes or something, because the Peacemaker's opening here in like 3 months, and I mean, that's going to be ugly. I love you. Congratulations on your fantastic award. Nobody deserves it more than you.
Here is Salma Hayek.
They told me to come all the way to this one. Then the same people that asked me to talk about George and his way with women. See, I would have preferred to talk about other aspects of George, like how he's brought hope to actors, because every time a career is not going well, they say, don't give up, look at George Clooney. Or how I'm a producer only because I want to copy him in everything he does. Or my favorite one, George as an activist. I remember about 10 years ago, there was a flood in Chiapas, and I went to George to ask him for some money. And of course, he gave me this huge check. So I made a mental note that if ever he got into a cause, I would support him. Little did I know what a magnificent pain in the neck that would turn out to be. You see, most kids dream of becoming heroes, and they grow up and give up on their dreams. George actually became a hero and gave up on growing up. But no, I don't get to talk about these important things, these profound things and serious things. I get to talk about the silly stuff, like why is George Clooney a sex symbol? And then there is the other problem. I'd love to make fun of George for not getting married, but I'm in no position. See, if George and I got married, our vows would go something like, I promise you nothing. And his response would be, me either, that's why we're in Vegas. So after all this, I know many of you must be wondering, how come this girl knows so much about Clooney? She's the only one we haven't seen in the tabloids with him. Well, a long time ago, we did a movie called From Dusk Till Dawn. Clooney and Tarantino played two criminals who end up in a Mexican cantina called the Titty Twister, which turned out to be operated by vampires. I played Santanico Pandemonium, the queen of vampires, who was, of course, his love interest, and we had a lovely love scene. Our tender romantic scene goes something like, I say, you'll be my slave. You'll feed on the blood of stray dogs. You'll be my footstool. And at my command, you'll lick the dog from my boot heel. Welcome to slavery. Then he shoots me. So to all the girls in the world who are in love with George, I say, give it up, sisters. He is the best of friends, but I think he'll make a lousy boyfriend. To you, George, I say, I don't care how uncomfortable it makes you. I think you're one of the most extraordinary human beings I've ever met in my life. Thank you for everything you've taught me. You have inspired me. You shine in everything you do, and you become a light to the world. I am deeply, deeply proud of you. And you make, for not being a Mexican, you make the best shrimp quesadillas I've ever tasted. Congratulations for him. This is some of the other things he's done to his other co-stars.
Someone like you become a federal marshal. The idea of going after guys like you appealed to me.
So was that? Guys like me? Now they tell me that I paid my debt to society.
Funny, I never got a check.
I have traveled many a weary mile to be back with my wife and my 6 daughters.
7, Daddy.
I've invested 5 good years in my marriage to Rex, and I've nailed his ass fair and square. Now I'm going to have it stuffed, mounted, and have my lady friends come over and throw darts at it. What are you after, Miles?
Oh, I'm a lot like you. Just looking for an ass to mount.
You made me grovel for no reason.
Grovel for great reason. You are an arrogant ball juggler, baby.
First of all, don't call me baby. Secondly, if you don't want your balls juggled, don't throw them in my face.
First of all, I thought you were the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I want to make a good impression.
It's like seeing someone for the first time. Like you could be passing on the street and you look at each other and for a few seconds there's this kind of a recognition. Like you both know something. The next moment the person's gone. And it's too late to do anything about it. And you always remember it because it was there and you let it go. And you think to yourself, what if I had stopped? What if I had said something? What if? What if?
Next, Juliana Margulies, Noah Wiley,
I won't sit in traffic for 3.5 hours for just any man, George.
and Richard Kahn
Oh, no, the hell with George. I'm only worried about me.
as George Clooney, an American Cinematheque tribute continues.
This AMC presentation is brought to you in part by the makers of Sudacare Shower Soothers.
Kill for me, baby.
George Clooney's directorial debut, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, premieres next.